Hello, welcome to Talk of the Town. I am your host, Abby on the Avenue, Marketing Director for Appleton Downtown Incorporated. Talk of the Town is a podcast where we shine a spotlight on the people, places, and passion in our community. Each episode, we engage in meaningful conversations with community ambassadors and local business owners as they share their stories about what makes our district thrive. Whether you're a history buff, foodie, music lover, or something in between, there's something here for everyone. Join us as we uncover the stories of what makes Downtown Appleton one great place. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Today we are continuing our mini-series highlighting our incredible star supporters. Throughout the year, we have over 40 event sponsors, but our 3 star supporters help support all 60 plus of our events that happen throughout the year. These are partners who don't just support events. They invest in our community and help create the vibrant, welcoming downtown that we all know and love. Today's guests are from Geiger Consulting, a business located right here in Downtown Appleton. We're joined by Jeff Geiger, owner, and his son Jordan Geiger, marketing director, and also the producer of our podcast today. They work closely with our small businesses throughout the community, and Jeff brings a unique perspective as both a business owner and a leader helping shape the future of downtown through his time as a board member with our organization. Today, we'll talk all about why they chose Downtown Appleton, why they continue to invest in it, and why it matters. So please help me welcome Jeff and Jordan.
Hey, how are
Hello.
you?
Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Jordan's behind the mic today,
Yeah,
which is
this is-
pretty interesting.
This is weird.
Yes, usually he's the one pushing all the buttons over there, doing all the things to make sure that we sound great. But today I strong-armed him into actually coming on the mic to talk about his world and all the great things he's doing.
We did buy extra equipment down at Hyde in order to do that.
Look at that. Everything just for you, Jordan.
That's right.
Look at that. So you better size up here.
I don't know if this is going to be permanent, but we'll see.
We love it. We love it. Well, before we dive in to hear more about J. Geiger Consulting and the things that you do for your business, tell us a little bit about yourselves, your background. Jeff, what led you to starting this business, and Jordan, how you obviously got involved with it.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot there, but the very short answer to that is I was born in Appleton, and I've lived in Wisconsin in the Appleton area all but a year and a half. Same with Jordan. And we only lived outside the area for a very short period of time in the early 2000s, and we missed it incredibly. And before we moved, we lived kind of near downtown. We were over in the Peabody Park area. And after we moved back, we moved even closer down by City Park.
Yeah.
And just the downtown has always been a really special place for us. It's got long connections to us, and if you've been to any of the events and gotten to see me speak and whatnot, I've probably worn out my story a bit about how my wife and I met downtown. So
Lots of strong connections.
lots of strong connections.
So that's
yeah,
great.
we used to. I mean, just like any person from town, we used to hang out down here as a kid. All the stores that have been here and whatnot. Used to hang out with my friends downtown, and that's how it started.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I'm old and in my
What?
50s.
No. You started this company when you were a child.
I
Because
did.
how could that be when it's been around for so long?
Yeah, and so when it came time, we were getting to a point where we needed a place, and we were starting to look at various places, and honestly, it was just so compelling to have the opportunity to be here.
Yeah.
And we started out in where the Fox Commons now is.
Yes.
Before
The
that,
old
it
city
got
center.
redeveloped. And honestly, the value is just so high of what you get for the dollar in the downtown. Even though demand is starting to go up, the value is still there. And that's where we started. What it gave us is what it continues to give us today. We've moved just one door over to the east, but it gives you the ability to be close to other businesses. The food and the choices are pretty amazing. If you want to go grab a drink with coworkers after work or whatever and socialize, that's here. We like to utilize the local downtown businesses like authors. They cater stuff here all the time.
So good.
We do the same thing with Spats down on the other end.
Yes.
And of course, the Rye, they've been really great too.
So many great restaurants.
So many great restaurants. And we walked down, it's not even a block away to go get some awesome Mexican.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So many locations and things right at your fingertips for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. So before we, talk a little bit more about that, you dove into kind of where,
Yep.
located downtown and why. But for those that may not be familiar, can you just share a little bit about J. Geiger Consulting,
Sure.
what you guys do?
Yeah, I started out in the corporate world back in the late 90s, and I realized really quickly that wasn't for me. Mm-hmm. And so I had gotten recruited. Most people don't remember Y2K as much as, and whatnot. I kind of date myself on that. But during Y2K, it was a great opportunity for people because technologists and technology was very, very popular, and you could go and do just about anything you wanted. Anyway, I got the opportunity to get trained up on some software, and I ended up going and doing that. I left the corporate world, went into consulting, became a contract consultant, and I did that with a company that I worked for out of Oshkosh for about 6 years. And then I realized I wanted to make something for myself, and so I left. That was back in 2005, and in 2005, basically hung up my own shingle and worked with other independent consultants and got them, placed at places. And I was able to, make a commission on their work and all that. But it really, it wasn't, it rang a little hollow because I wasn't really building for the future.
Yeah.
That's when I hired our first W-2 employee, which is Justin. That's Jordan's older brother. And he, much the same as me, he didn't like what he was doing. He ended up getting trained up in the same software that we work in, and we just started hiring, and now we're about 20 full-time associates and 10 independent consultants. We've got employees in, I think it's 3 states now.
Yeah.
Contractors in 5, I believe, something like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and our customers, we used to focus on Northeast Wisconsin, maybe like Illinois, they go down as far as Illinois. But we, in the last several years, have made some significant investments nationwide and are serving customers across the country.
Yeah. So you mentioned Justin, who's, part of this group, but it's a family affair here.
It is. Yep.
So, Jordan, talk a little bit about what you do, because you're kind of on the opposite side of the spectrum of what Jeff and your brother are doing.
Yeah, I'd say that's fair to say. I would say I'm the creative at J. Geiger. I'm the marketing director. So I handle all things marketing for us and for other companies like GoGuide. I assist with that as well. And so anything you see publicly out-facing, that's me. So whether that be a podcast or a LinkedIn post, that comes straight from me.
Yeah,
so.
That's how we got here. That's how you're producing this.
Yes.
We've done our own bit of podcasts. We put those on the shelf for now, but that's how you got those muscles to be able to do that.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. We started talking about it, and it's something that we always wanted to do, but didn't have the resources or the knowledge to know how to do it. And I was like, hey, I can, host it and come up with all the guests and things, but I just need the tech behind it. And that's where you came in.
Yeah,
That's right.
This
So-
is one of the favorite parts of my job.
It's awesome.
I really
Me
love
too.
doing this.
It's super fun. Yeah. So thank you for providing some background on that. When did you guys move into your first location on here when you were in City Center?
That was
the
back
mall?
in 2018.
2018?
Yep.
Wow.
2018. Yeah, and we were there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit, and we were, the office was empty. I gave everybody the option they could work wherever they wanted. Of
Yep.
course, the office was there if people wanted to work in it. And then we started coming back to work and whatnot later in 2020, and then the development happened at Fox Commons. We were given an opportunity, but what they were doing just didn't really fit what we were looking for.
Yep.
We were only given options as it ended up turning out on the first floor, and we didn't need that. We're not a retail space.
Right.
That's more suitable for a different type of clientele.
Yeah.
And so we started looking around. We worked with Pfefferly. They're a big part of downtown as well, and they showed us a number of different places. We even looked at a place with a view of the river. Now, I mean, that could have been pretty good.
That could have been schwanky, but
That's
Jeff
right.
said I need to be on the avenue.
That's right. And honestly, again, back to the value of the properties here, of what you get is really great. And
Yes.
we're actually located, most people. I mean, we don't have any signage on the avenue yet. It is in the roadmap to do that. It's just not a huge benefit to it. But we're in the 122 building, the old Gimbals, aka Yonkers.
Yes.
And there's another name in there somewhere.
I'm sure.
But years ago, this was converted into office space, and then it like the companies that goes Thrivent and Theta, they things change, and they moved out and moved on, and other places have moved in, and we've got great neighbors, and it's all full.
Yes.
The whole place is full now.
It's amazing. And you guys have this whole floor, right?
Yep. We're up on the 3rd floor, and
beautiful space.
Yeah, and how I explain it to people, it's like when you see the building from, oh, you have a whole floor. Well, okay, first floor and second, basement, first floor, second floor, are giant squares, like the size, almost the size of the block. Well, there's a little shoebox up on top, up on the 3rd floor. That's where
us,
we are.
and that's them.
That's us.
Look for the shoebox.
That's right. So, and you got to make an appointment to get up here. It's everything's secured really
exclusive
really nicely.
access.
Yeah, it's exclusive. You need the gold card in order to get up here.
I don't even have one. I almost got locked out earlier.
That's right. Yeah, you can't accidentally walk out the door.
Yeah, Jordan forgot about me. Whatever. I won't remember that later.
Yep. Yeah, but I mean, it's great and it's quiet. Everything's so walkable.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, that kind of leads into my, question of what it means to physically be located downtown for your business on a day-to-day basis. How does it impact both your clients and your employees to be located in the heart of downtown?
Well, with our clients, we work either on site or remotely for our clients. We have clients in the Valley and all that, of course, and whatnot. And they occasionally come here for events and things. We always leave our offer is always on the table of, hey, if you need to have an off-site, you need to have an event, you can use our space. And I think we've got a really beautiful space. We've taken a pretty open concept office and really made something of it. But generally our team, they really love it too. That there's some days where you might only find 1 or 2 people here. And maybe on a Friday, there might even be nobody here, especially if the weather's really nice.
Right.
But there are days when you'll come in and there's no seats available.
Yeah.
It'll be jam packed, and people will go to lunch together downtown. It's just really a great experience.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're not only just located downtown, but you're actively investing in it through both your board involvement and support of our organization. Talk a little bit why that's important to you.
Sure. Well, I guess I'm a big proponent of shop local, but even more so than just having a bodega or a dress shop or a sports memorabilia store or whatever. Even more than just shopping local on that, and don't buy all the stuff on the internet. Walk in the door, see people, smile, all that. More of being part of a community, and like I was saying earlier about working with the local restaurants and stuff like that. It's really important to us to do that kind of thing, and we want to put our money where our mouth is, where that is. And I suggest that other businesses consider that too. Before going and looking at an accounting firm out of Milwaukee or a marketing firm, out of Minneapolis or whatever, shop local.
Yes.
Try the local firms first. Often what you'll find, especially in today's day and age, the best talent can be really anywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a very important message. And I know that's something that, like you said, you live out not only like with your company, but also personally as well, as something that you're a big proponent of. Yep.
Yeah. And we've helped contribute to various things. It's our goal to really invest locally. We've invested in things like the Hearthstone Museum, the Trout Museum. There's one thing, like we're starting to consider maybe some other things, like maybe Appleton Boy Choir, which, does anybody know anything about that?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, I used to be in the Appleton Boy Choir.
Jordan graduated
from
there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they're on the short list for us to get back involved with again.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, and a big supporter of the Avenue of Angels too, Jeff. You're a big part of that. And the big
and actually
restoration that we did for them.
Yeah, back in 2018, 2019, we actually raised funds and we kind of helped spearhead getting that 4th set that's actually hanging over Morrison Street. We did pull together the fundraising for that, and a lot of people came together and donated for it. And I'll tell you, it was nowhere near the generosity that poured out this last year. That was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And made a call, and the community answered. And honestly, that gives me goosebumps.
Yes. That is such a good way to put it. It is a good way to explain how amazing our community is. Like when we rally together and support each other when we need it.
Yep.
So when things like that are, when we need the help, it's hard for us to ask for help, but we need the community's help for things. And that was something that people really came out and supported. And you did so much, Jeff, in helping us get that message out and help people understand the need for it. And people have so many memories with that, not only that, but just downtown in general, that, it's very important to them.
Yep.
It's nostalgic.
I gave it away. I don't remember where it ended up. I think I gave it to Jennifer, but I've gotten some cards and some things that have made their way to me, and they talked about how important that was to them in their growing up and all. And it's just a really great thing for the season, and it, especially during a time of year when it's really dark out,
right?
As you're heading into the fall, you look forward to the angels going up, and then through Christmas and into the new year. And then you can start looking forward to spring. It kind of gets you through that.
Yes. Yeah. So talking a little bit about, having your business down here, and a benefit of that is that you have the opportunity to be involved with our board of directors, which is really cool. And to really have, opinions on the future of downtown, the events we're doing, things like that, talk about the importance in that and what you've enjoyed about being a part of that.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, one of the things is the ability to get other people's perspectives on it, learn of what's going on, what's kind of in the making of the sausage, and then also being able to provide a perspective. And I think what Jennifer and the others do is a really good job of making sure that we've got a really broad group of perspectives on the board that look at everything from residential to the restaurants to retail to service offerings, and the relationship with the city and all the various groups. There's just such a broad perspective, a kind of across the board, that really helps to drive home the point of all the things that downtown is for everyone who is either a visitor, a resident, or a business owner.
Yeah, it's cool to see the behind the scenes of things for people who are interested in knowing that, and all the things that, like you said, go into making the sausage, but just the amount of things that have to happen for downtown to be what it is.
I had no idea.
People would have no idea.
I have no idea. And I had no idea how much work you guys put in on all that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And,
yes.
It shows though, and it shows the care that you all put into it as well. It's a consistent showing up and really, really delivering day over day and weekend over weekend. And I know that it's not always regular business hours. So.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's all the things, and
being
able to be there for people and bring all of that is
and being a part of the board has been, it's been really enjoyable for me. It's also given me the ability to meet people. Otherwise I'd come up to the third floor and then go home. Now I know a lot of the business owners a lot better than I would have. And, for instance, like Todd over at Hyde. Yes. I keep in contact with him to a degree, and he helps us get equipment when we need it. So make sure, to do that little plug.
Yeah. It's cool to see that, you guys support each other. And I've learned that through a lot of episodes on the show, is how you guys can work together in various ways that, I never really would have thought of, in different ways that businesses downtown can support one another for different services and things. The collaboration that you guys have, and the way that you all want each other to succeed, whether you're selling or providing the same things or not, that support is always going to be there.
Yep, for sure. And while our customer base might not necessarily be downtown, we do some work with U.S. Venture a bit. But the majority of our customer base just isn't located downtown. It's just naturally not the case. But we still think it's important to, help, grow and and share, like share what we do and all that, and recommend. We do recommend to our customers, the various businesses downtown as well.
It's a good point, though, as you say, like, while though, like, your customer base isn't downtown, the fact that you still see the value in being down here and how much that means to, support Downtown Appleton as a whole, but also looking at the side of it of how it benefits your employees and that recruitment and retention of it's a selling point that you can share of, like, our office is right in the heart of this, and you could be steps away from all these amazing things, right after, during work, after work, whatever the case may be.
And it comes down to people and the ability to, be face to face with others, like going out to a restaurant and being served by the folks that do that and seeing a smile, not just getting a DoorDash to your door.
Right.
Being able to, walk past on the sidewalk and meet the mayor.
We just saw him while we were at lunch.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Or getting to know Lori over at Lawrence.
Yes.
They
are out in our community all the time.
It is really great, and it's really become an even more vibrant downtown. Especially, I've seen a big change even since we started here.
Yeah. Looking at it from your perspective, Jordan, what do you see is the value of being able to, have your office right here in downtown?
I mean, there's a lot of things. I would say I'm a foodie, so that's the biggest thing for me. I love going places to get food and lunch, and today I had a salad, so maybe next time I'll grab a burger. But oof. I think,
hey, that's okay. No, hey.
I think that's the biggest thing for me is the walkability, and I actually used to live downtown, and that was a really, really cool experience because I was able to walk 5 minutes to work, and on my way home, I could pick up ramen.
Right.
So, it's just that.
Yeah, an even deeper layer of a way that you can, have downtown right in your heart. Live, work, and play down here. Do all the things. Kind of surprised you don't live down here, Jeff.
I actually do.
You're close enough.
I am.
You're right there. You basically do.
Yeah, we live over by City Park, and sometimes I walk to work.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. I know I'm only a few blocks away, and you should walk every day. Well, sometimes I have to drive to my client, and I just can't do that. So.
Maybe it's freezing.
Or it's raining.
It is Wisconsin.
It is Wisconsin.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about your connection with us in Downtown Appleton as a whole. Like, what drew Jeff Geiger Consulting to get more involved with our organization specifically, like on that sponsorship level?
I would say what I see is the return on investment there, because we feel we're investing in the community, and dollar for dollar, we put dollars in, and we get many dollars out on it. It's the dedication of the team. It's the focus on what your mission is. How many events do you do a year? 70 some?
I think we have over 60 event days, we usually say.
Yep, event days. Yeah, and like if you look at the individual things that you guys do, it is amazing what you do. And for a business down here, and I'm not just a business person, I'm also a citizen. And for what we get back for that, I think it's an incredible investment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just a great way for you to kind of, like I said, it's that next layer of support. Not only are you, a business owner down here, you're involved in our board, but that, financial support is, it's a whole nother level for you to kind of get connected.
Yeah, and if, I would recommend any business that's around that, consider the downtown as, a place where you can put, if you've got monies that you give to nonprofits and whatnot, it does have a very high rate of return for what you're giving to the community. This is truly a gift.
Yeah. It's a good way to get your name out there too. You guys have had where you've been at our events before, where you've set up a booth and been able to just spread the awareness about who you guys are and, let people know that you're down here.
Yep. The light the night markets have become really high traffic. The Saturday, the farmers markets, those have grown pretty amazingly. I remember when they were in a parking lot. That's probably before your time, but
yes,
the parking lot's back here.
It is crazy to think about, though. I can't even imagine.
What's the attendance now on when it's a
oh my gosh,
middle of the season on a beautiful day?
Thousands for sure. We have over 100 vendors every week.
Yeah, if you're it's packed and people are happy and it's for blocks.
Yes.
And so it's got to be tens of thousands of people.
Yeah. It's a great way to get your name out there for people that are looking to do that, new businesses in the community, or people just looking for more of that awareness level, right? Yep. Looking from a marketing perspective, that Jordan and I talk about all the time, is just, it's a good way for you to connect with people no matter, what your mission is or what you're trying to do. Those are some great events where you're going to have a lot of foot traffic and, you have the option to set up a booth and talk to people. And I see all the time, like I go to other events, in the area. And sometimes when you have those types of booths, people will walk past them. Maybe they don't always go to engage with it right away because they're trying to buy something or whatever. But I see people talking to our sponsors all the time at our events because they're genuinely curious, like, what are you guys doing? And sometimes they have fun games and cool things like that too to engage, but they're always just trying to hear more about who's down here, who's in the community, and, get a pulse on it too.
One thing I've noticed is that the downtown is really good for two things. It's good for incubating new businesses because you get access to a pretty broad and pretty big customer base. The other is for established businesses to have a place that then you can have the amenities and things that your employees are looking for. I really think that those two things are great bookends, for businesses, to look at. And that's why we're still down here. We looked at it from a sense of incubating and having the ability to have the amenities that we wanted. And now that we've grown and we've kind of become well established, this is a place that then reinforces the fact that we're here, we're reputable, we're we make promises to our community and we deliver on them.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we're looking ahead, into the future, what are you the most excited about for the future of downtown, and how do you guys hope to continue your involvement with the community moving forward?
Well, I think, boy, that's a really good question. I'll first start from our perspective. I'm looking forward to the downtown continuing to be that supporter of growing our business and being that amenity that adds to the value that we're providing our employees. I think that's number one, because being down here does, sure, we have pay and benefits and stuff. We also are providing a company that's a community for our team. As far as the downtown as a whole, I'm really looking forward to the continued growth that we've been seeing, particularly with residents moving in, it becoming a lot more vibrant, and even more amenities for people around. I think that, we've barely scratched the surface of what's possible. I could foresee through executing on the vision and the strategy that's been coming together for Appleton Downtown, that your impact only grows. And, I've got stuff I shared with Jennifer. I mean, one thing is that the Bluff site hasn't been developed yet. I can't wait to see what happens.
Lots of opportunity. I know a lot of people are looking for that. There are talks.
Yeah, and there's I just saw the renderings for the new building behind here by Ford Development. They did their first phase. Now they're working on their second phase.
Yes.
The bus depot is getting redeveloped. The
Valley
mayor
Transit.
The mayor just talked about that at the Appleton annual meeting. There's a lot happening, and it's really great to see the evolution of what's happening. And there's more and more restaurants and shops popping up. And again, it's an incubator for businesses. Businesses, not all businesses end up staying downtown. We love for them to stay.
Yes.
But there are a ton of businesses that got their start here.
Yes. And they've grown, they've outgrown their space, and sometimes they need something bigger, or they're, just things that have happened, that maybe they can't find downtown at the time, and they, just need to make that move. But it is an honor that we get to see them. And there are farm market vendors that got their start with our farm market and are now business owners down here, and just so many great things. And it is an honor for us to be a part of that and to be able to support them, whether that's through our events or grant programs that we offer for, new businesses or continuing businesses down here too, just being able to support them, in any way that we can.
Yep. I know that the bid board does have facade grants and sign grants, so that's a way that you can give a leg up to people who want to bring their businesses down here.
Yeah,
so
we have business recruitment grants for new businesses that are coming in. So there's always opportunities for us to even support them a little bit financially if we can too.
Yep. Well, I love the downtown, and I am really all in on it.
Yeah.
And whatever we can do to help, we're here.
Yeah, we love that. All right, so just a few more questions here as we wrap things up. So what is one thing that you guys want someone to remember about J. Geiger Consulting specifically, after listening to this episode? Marketing director. This seems like a question for you.
Oh boy. Well, I would say that, we're here to help. We're very service oriented. That's what we value most, is helping others.
Yeah.
Yep. We want to provide value.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of great services you guys offer. So, all right, last question for you guys. In your opinion, what do you think makes Downtown Appleton one great place? I'm going to make Jordan answer first.
I'd like to say everything. Is that allowed?
I mean, I guess. Jeff's like, what a lame answer. It's a good answer, but what a cop-out. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I would say that it's the people who have made this such a vibrant, great place.
Yeah.
One great place.
One great place. We love it. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the podcast today. And thank you, Jeff, for not only choosing downtown as a home for your business, but continuing to invest in its success. We really appreciate you guys.
We love the downtown, and we're so thankful for everything that you and the team do.
Yeah, of course. All right. So thank you so much for both coming on the podcast today. Thank you, Jordan, as well, for coming behind the mic and for always helping make this podcast possible. We appreciate you and all the work that you do behind the scenes to do all the techie stuff.
It's my pleasure.
Believe me, I wouldn't know how to do it. So without him, we wouldn't have this amazing podcast for you guys. So if you want to learn more about J. Geiger Consulting and the amazing services that they offer, you can visit their website, jgeigerconsulting.com, or you can follow them on LinkedIn to see all the great posts that Jordan's doing behind the scenes too. And to our listeners, if you're a business owner or part of an organization that's looking for a way to get more involved, support your community, connect with new audiences, or maybe even move your business downtown, we'd love to work. We'd love to work with you. So reach out to us. You can call our office at 920-954-9112, or reach out to us on our website, appletondowntown.org. We would love to find a space for you or figure out how you can support us in your mission. We have another episode in our Star Supporter series coming up soon, so make sure you're on the lookout for that, and more new episodes featuring small businesses in our community very soon. Thank you all for tuning in to Talk of the Town. We'll be back with more stories, more voices, and more reasons to love downtown Appleton. Until next time, keep your ears open. You just might be hearing the next Talk of the Town. This episode is brought to you by J. Geiger Consulting, a consulting firm specializing in J.D. Edwards Solutions and proud sponsor of Appleton Downtown Incorporated. Special thanks to local songwriter Amelia Ford for creating original music just for this podcast.